So we just looked at what some of the puzzle pieces the Bible gives from the beginning onward about the end days. Let's put it together and see how it matches up with what is happening now. One, it says that in order for all this to happen, the Jewish people have to survive. Now, Moses says it over 3,000 years ago. And most of the people who were around Moses, most of the Hittites, Amorites, Jebusites, they're not here anymore. So there was no guarantee the Jewish people are going to still be around 3,500 years later. All these other people are gone. For these things to happen, God's word to be true, the Jewish people had to survive. And that's not just, it's against all odds because all these other peoples, look at it, look at the map, they're gone. Even Egypt is not the same as Egypt was, not the same people, basically. It's just they're gone. But the Jewish people are still alive. Well, all the others are gone. The Babylonians are pretty much, you don't see Babylon, you don't see Assyria, they're pretty much gone. But the Jewish people, according to this, have to survive to go into the end times. And on top of that, it's not just that they were people who shouldn't have survived, but on top of that, they were also the most hated people, the most crushed people, the most defenseless people. 2,000 years with no army, nothing, no police, no king. They're everywhere around the world, not in their own land, hated and destroyed, all hell against them, and yet they survive. Why? Because God is true, and God said it. The Jewish people have survived, and they are central. If they didn't survive, there's no last days. If they didn't survive, God's word wouldn't be true. But God said, as long as the sun is in the sky, I'm paraphrasing, as long as all the stars, as long as it's all there, you're not going anywhere. Because it's as long as they're there, they are a sign that God exists. So the Jewish people will survive into modern times for this to happen. And yet it says it'll be a time of shaking distress. Modern times, the 20th century, witnessed the most shaking and distress in the history of the world. From World War I, World War, never been before. World War II, another World War, 60 million people got killed. The Holocaust, the atomic bomb, the Cold War, genocides, persecution, last days, all these things. Now, Daniel says, as he speaks, it's a time of purifying. It's really a time of light and darkness. We are seeing that as well, this process there. And we're going to get to that.
To find out how you can receive more of Jonathan's teachings, to receive special free gifts, or get in touch, go to hopeoftheworld.org or call toll-free 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's hopeoftheworld.org or call 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's 1-800-937-4821. You can also get more at Jonathan Cahn's Facebook page or write us direct at Hope of the World, Box 1111, Lodi, New Jersey 07644, USA.